What is happening?
There's a lot of strategy involved. I'm just going to tell you right now, there's 6 characters. Storm Warrior, the disillusioned teacher, lost in the forest. Caretaker, the wise elder giant, who imparts everlasting wisdom on Storm Warrior. Fresh, who's water. Clean Water, which is the brother of Fresh. Gape, who is the guardian of the overflowing city landfill site located in the forest. Skullwalker, the town resident who Storm Warrior stumbled upon in the forest. Chaos, arch enemy of Caretaker.
Always.
Yeah, and yes. So Storm Warrior is walking through the forest one day and comes across a shortcut that he thinks will take him back to his car faster. Oh, hey, this looks like a shortcut. I think I'm going to take it. After hours stumbling through the forest, Storm Warrior realizes he is lost. Why? Why am I always taking shortcuts? I can't remember when it actually saved me time. Hey, there's a fire up ahead. Storm Warrior notices a large figure sitting with its back to a rock wall and a fire out in front. Hello, the camp. Can I come join you? Yes, my friend. Come share the warmth. Help yourself to the roast seaweed. It is par excellence. Well, thank you. I don't mind if I do. My name's Storm Warrior. Who might I offer my thanks to? My name is Caretaker. What are you doing all alone in the woods, Caretaker? Don't you know the Euro Cup is on right now? Ah, living through others, I see. I prefer direct experience myself. Wow, this roast seaweed is amazing. What are you going on about? Direct experience? Yeah, I get that every day in school. It's overrated. How about your students? What about them? Direct experience? Yeah, sure. They get me directly for 80 minutes a day, 5 days a week. I'm sure they enjoy it as much as I do. Why don't you change? Bring them here. Change? Bring students here. What's on the roast seaweed, Elder? What good would that possibly do? There's too many rules, too many people to convince, not enough help. Nah, it would never work. Besides, what's the point? You know, you never asked me why I am called Caretaker. I look after teachers like you who stumble through my forest. I help them find the tools necessary to make their way home. Why don't you just lead them out of the forest since it's your forest? No. They would continue to wander aimlessly. You must find your own way out. Become aware of your surroundings and listen to the lost voices. It is through conflict, collaboration, and self-discovery that you may find yourself once again and free yourself from the forest. Lost voices? We're in a forest miles away from anyone. I'm cold and tired. What voices could I possibly listen to? Yours? I think I may have heard enough already. I'm going to sleep. Lost voices? Sheesh. Wakes the next morning, cold and thirsty. He doesn't see Caretaker anywhere and heads off in the direction of a gurgling stream. Man, I'm thirsty. Gurgle, gurgle. Where is that guy? I guess he left. Awesome, water. I'm so thirsty I could lick the dew off that rock. Splashing water onto his face and into his mouth, Storm Warrior is unaware of the figure that moves up behind him. Whoa, whoa, whoa! So, what are you planning on giving me in return? I forgot my voice. You give me in return for my refreshing qualities. Whoa! What kind of ninja skill was that? You sneak up on peeps by streams for laughs? Well, it's all good. No harm done. Hey, want to skip rocks?
No harm. Tell that to Clean, my water brother. He and I know a different story. No, we will not skip rocks. You humans use us and don't account for the cost. Well, the cost for you is that left boot you're wearing.
What? Dude, I just woke up. I'm still rinsing the crusties out of my eyes and the roast seaweed out of my mouth. You ever try that stuff? Gives you some nasty dry mouth.
Enough! The left boot!
What? Can't we come to some agreement? You take Visa?
Give me the boot!
Why the left boot? Why not the right one?
The boot!
No viable options. Stormwear gives up his left boot. There you go. Look, maybe we got off on the wrong foot. Who are you?
I am Fresh.
You spoke of someone named Clean. Who's that?
Clean is, or was, my water brother. He got too close to the smelly, glittering mountain of seagulls and was trapped by Gape.
Gape? Mountain of smelly seagulls? Oh, you mean a dump?
Yes, he's a Cretan who lives in your city's garbage dump, which lives in this forest. If you can't contribute to the pile, Gape doesn't let you leave.
I had no idea. A landfill site. Here? Really? Well, can't be that bad. Why don't you go and rescue your brother?
I fear contamination. Better one loss than all.
Well, look, if you help me find my way out of the forest, I will rescue Clean for you. How about it? Oh, and I'll need that boot back.
Okay, but I will keep the boot to keep you honest. I do not trust you, humans.
Okay, lead on. Fresh leaves Stormwear as close as she dares to the landfill site. They quickly hatch a strong plan of escape, exchanging ideas and insights. Stormwear felt invigorated. It was so long since he had last collaborated with someone else. Stormwear leads Fresh and heads in, quickly encountering Gape.
Who goes there?
It's I, a friendly garbage store named Storm Warrior. Oh,
Holy.
You a human?
Sorry about that. Come on in, I'm Gape. Usually you guys drop it off by the truckload. But I don't want to shed that Gape never denied a good soloist dump. Wow, this place is incredible. Storm Warrior bends over and starts retching.
It's right where you want to be, eh?
Hey, I hear you have clean water on tap here.
Yep. Well, sort of. He ain't what he used to be.
Gape disappears and brings back Clean. That's Clean? What have you done? Gape, you must be getting high off these fumes. That ain't no clean water.
Well, that's what's left of him. Things just don't stay very clean around here, if you know what I mean. But don't blame me. It's you humans that did that. I'm just a toll taker. Speaking of which, where's my cup? You ain't planning on leaving without dumping, are you?
No.
Hey, want a boot? Fetch.
Oh.
Stormwear throws his right boot at Gape, who struggles to catch it and is swallowed by the pile. Stormwear begins to leave the dump when he stumbles over another unsuspecting voice.
Yikes! Whoa!
Oh, It's okay. It's another person. A person that's always getting stepped on, it seems. Can't you see me? Lying here? Are you blind? Oh, sorry. Hey, don't I know you? Yeah, you're usually begging on my street corner. Are you all right, man? What are you doing way out here? What? Street people can't come to a forest for a little R&R? You think only you house dwellers get vacations? Sheesh. I fell asleep in a bin. What? I fell asleep in a bin and woke up to find myself in some hole with a dude named Gape who won't let me leave. Don't worry about Gape. He's busy holding up a pile. Come on, let's get out of here. I'm Storm Warrior, by the way. Who are you? I'm Skullwalker. Due to this rat skull I wear as a hat. It's all about street credits these days. Pleased to meet you. That's cool. I like it. Man, I can't believe all those years I've seen you around, and this is the first time I've ever introduced myself. Wow. I have to apologize. No worries. I'm used to being ignored. Funny running into you out here, though. Guess you strip us of our possessions, throw us out in the wild, and we both come out looking pretty similar, eh? Never thought about it like that before. To be honest, I just never thought about it. Been too busy teaching students who don't care, who don't want to be there. You that born, eh? What? Born? No way. Not me. Well, maybe. Yeah, probably. You really think it's me? Well, when was the last time you sat in a desk all day, having somebody talk at you? Sheesh. When I was a kid, I remember having the best daydreams in class ever. Tracy. So, what would you suggest? Well, living on the street has taught me to be aware of my surroundings. Probably know more about city politicking, law and order, drug trade, how to hunt, fish, and scavenge for food. Growing up in the streets than I ever did in class. Napoleon's War? Sheesh. Try Harper's government. The world that resides on the other side of your classroom's doors, that's my classroom. Yeah, I like that. But it's never going to work. There's too many barriers to overcome, Skullwalker. Well, if life on the street has taught me anything, it's taught me two things. One, if something is worth doing, you find no shortcuts to doing it. And two, cutting kills, so werewolf. Oh, never mind. Let's get going before Gavy there gets that boot off him. I know a few things about garbage piles, and there's always a road connecting it to someplace else. Skullwalker and Storm Warrior find the road and follow it through the forest. Fresh is nowhere to be seen. As night falls, the two companions reach the forest edge. By the time Storm Warrior has a small fire going, Skullwalker is fast asleep. Skullwalker? You awake? I can't seem to stop thinking. All these connections I've learned of, the water, the waste, human activity. Walk silently into camp. A Storm Warrior is in deep contemplation of the day's events.
Hola! I am Chaos!
I mean, I am Gahos. What's a Gahos? Gahos is not a thing. Gahos is a powerful being. Surely you have heard of Gahos. Nope. Sorry.
What do you mean?
Never mind that now. I have come to put your mind at ease, to help you sleep. You need not change your ways. Change is very difficult. Besides, what have you really learned here? Whatever minute detail it is, it will soon be forgotten and tossed aside when you reach your home. You're probably right, but I just can't shake these voices. What voices? Caretaker, Fresh, Gabe, Skullwalker. They're all in my head. I've learned that they were always out there, but I just never slowed down to look and listen. And these voices? What importance could they possibly have had? No, toss them aside. Move on. No, this experience has changed me. Doubtful. Every experience I had led to something memorable etched on the inside, like trying to rescue Fresh's brother, the journey to the landfill, collaborating to come up with a plan to overcome Gabe, and then discovering that Clean, well, you know. I just can't forget that.
Ah, but there is so much water here. Who cares, really?
You know, you mentioned when I go home I'll never forget. But I learned that my home is more than 1 square block in Vancouver. However you want to define my home, to me it is a limitless web that reaches out into limitless spaces. And my decisions affect your home, and you, mine. I care about the soiled water. Gabe taught me that.
How does a garbage pile teach?
Gabe taught me that no matter how I try to throw away my problems and try to forget about my problems are still problems. I'm just putting them on someone else's space, for someone else to worry about. For the time being, I shouldn't be forgetting about these issues. I should be educating myself, my students, about these issues. Otherwise, we are just piling more on Gabe, more on ourselves.
But it's too difficult. Why will your students care?
Because they will live it. If I can get them outside their house, outside their school, outside their community, just outside, I can help them experience learning. I will give them a quest, but not the answers. They will find their own answers. Those answers will become embedded in that experience, which will be etched into their minds. Are you writing this down?
What about the difficulties? What about the bureaucracy? It's too hard.
But if it was easy, where would be the value? It's a quest, Kahos. It's about the journey.
Yes, but
No, Kahos. Be gone. You cannot hope to devalue these experiences for me. They're experiences, unlike things, and cannot be stripped away.
however,
Spirits of Fresh, Gate, and Skullwalker suddenly appeared to scare
Kahos, away.
Stoneware awakens the next morning to find Caretaker beside him, and Skullwalker still fast asleep.
Good morning. So, you have found your way out of the forest?
More than one force, Caretaker. You know, the path before me is still unclear, but I feel that these experiences opened up my mind to the possibilities.
Well, walk with care, my young teacher. I call this forest the roots. Remember, whenever you are in the need of inspiration and energy, return to the roots, for there are always voices to be heard that can help guide you through your challenges, if you care to pay attention. I have 3 final questions before I must leave you.
Okay, shoot.
I'm interested. How has this experience changed you professionally? Personally?
Well, on a professional level, I see the strength in sharing experiences as a team. You cannot just throw people together. Well, okay, you can. But when you get people who share similar interest, energy, and openness, you're pulled and moved in new directions. You get an idea forest, and it's invigorating sitting under those idea trees. I thought about educating someone in the environment, going for a hike, so much more, so many possibilities.
Yes.
On a personal level, I've learned to raise my awareness of what exists around me, my connection to those things. I've learned that moving outside my comfort zone offers rewarding opportunities. Learning itself is an act, and the act is meaningful in different ways for different people.
Yes.
On a philosophical level, well, I think Lao Tzu says it's best. The universe is sacred. You cannot improve it. If you try to change it, you will ruin it. If you try to hold it, you will lose it.
Yes. Yes. Who are you talking to?
Where'd he go?
Who? Gabe here? Did he track us?
No, Caretaker.
Caretaker?
You been eating more of that seaweed?
Because, you know, there's a really great kitchen at the Carnegie Community Center where I've been volunteering. They got healthy meals, and my volunteer hours get some tickets for free lunch or dinner. Maybe you ought to come down there and lend a hand. Boy, I bet they even dig getting you to roast up some of that seaweed you've been going on about.
Hey, that's a great idea. You know, I've never spent any time down there. Come on, let's check it out.
The end.
Yeah.